morning, Nishimoto Hawks. Today is Monday, April 27th, 2020, and it is going to be a Hawk-tastic week for teaching and learning. I want to say a big thank you to all of the families who came out to pick up our paper packet work and student belongings last week. It was so good to see so many of you. Meals will still be continued to be handed out on Tuesdays from 11 to 12:30. For the second week in a row, we were able to get everybody through our line without running out of food. So hopefully we will see you on Tuesday between 11 and 12:30. We have some student shout outs this week. Our first student shout out is Brenda from Mrs. Fimbres' class. Mrs. Fimbres said Brenda has been doing a great job keeping up with her distance learning activities and has some pictures of some of the things Brenda has been doing and learning with her math lessons. Way to go, Brenda. Keep up the good work. Our second student shout out is to Emilio in Miss Flores' class, who has been showing ways that he can offer kindness to his community by learning how to sew and distribute face masks. So great job, Emilio. Way to offer kindness and represent the Nishimoto Hawks well. And our third student shout out today goes out to Ismael in Mrs. Mortier's class. His mom shared this video of Ismael doing a great job practicing his reading skills so that he is not falling behind and reading every day. We are super proud of you, Ismael.
At the birthday party, he is at the party. He likes cake.
Do you have a student to nominate for a student shout out? Email Ms. Falk at aaronfalk@maderausd.org. This week, our staff interview will be with Miss Eleazarian. Miss Eleazarian is our music teacher, but also is super creative in a lot of different ways as well. And she is going to offer us some advice and tips about how to get our creative juices flowing while we are staying at home. Good morning, Miss Eleazarian. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Mrs. Falk?
We're doing well, staying safe at home. And I know just like the rest of us, you're missing all of our students too. So we thought we'd talk to you this morning. I know that of course, you are creative in the realm of music, being our music teacher. Why is creativity and using your brain in a different way to do creative things so important during this time at home?
Well, for one thing, I think it's nice that we're at home right now to be creative because we have the time. You kind of need time to be creative. And so I am a music composer, but I draw. I love gardening, so you can even be creative in that way. If you like cooking, you can be creative in that way, and you're not feeling rushed, you know. So having the time, and then not only just to create, but part of being creative is you actually have to put stuff in your brain to sort of inspire you to create. So the nice part is we have the time to do that.
So what are some ideas if kids want to do something creative but maybe don't know what to do or can't think of an idea? What are some ideas that you have for them being at home that they can do to kind of get their creative juices flowing?
Well, there's a few things. So I was kind of looking for some things. I know for me, I personally like drawing. So I have just objects in my room that I draw. And even if I'm not very good at it, I can sort of pick the same object and just try and keep drawing it every day. There's things like that. There's also, maybe you like listening to music a lot, maybe you can rewrite some of the lyrics and create a new song that way. That's a really fun thing to do. I also like I like just making up little songs about things I do every day, like around the house. Like, I'm walking to the kitchen and now I'm grabbing coffee and then I'm going back to my room and it's going to be so fun. Yeah, I like something like that, just something silly. There's also a few types of poems you can write. Like an easy one type would be a haiku, which is a form of Japanese poetry. And it's pretty simple. You start with a line that is adds up to 5 syllables. Then the middle line is 7 syllables. Then the last line is 5 syllables. So going with this theme of food, I would try and count it out on my the syllables on my fingers. So say I like cheeseburgers. So I like cheeseburgers are good. Let's see. I like to eat them. Yum, yum. I am eating one. So something like that is kind of silly, but a lot of fun. And you can do that. You can make up a haiku about anything. So that's kind of fun. Other things like, I don't know, it depends on what types of things you like. So if you're really into food and you've never cooked before, there's lots of things you like, especially if you have a Chromebook or something, there's lots of things you can look up. There's a ton of free recipes out there. Like I learned how to make chocolate pudding the other day because I like chocolate pudding. And so I don't know.
Those are some great ideas. I think that our kids are going to like doing some of those things. It's just, I think you made me think just being silly and having fun with your thoughts and trying something new. So are all good ideas. Sounds good. So Miss Eleazarian, is there anything else that you wanted to tell our kids when you're not being able to see them every day like normal?
Yeah, sure.
You have for our students.
I really miss everybody. I'm really looking forward to coming back to school and seeing all you guys again. I hope you all are doing well and staying safe out there and hopefully not being too bored too. If for my students that are in orchestra or bands, I will be on campus next Tuesday. So that is April 28th, I believe.
I believe that's the 28th, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I will be on campus April 28th. If you still need to grab your instrument to play for a couple weeks, you can grab your instrument. Also, if you need help tuning your instrument, I can tune your instrument for you. Yeah.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you so much, Miss Eleazarian, and make sure that you are staying safe and staying healthy, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yep.
Thank you, Miss Eleazarian. Those were some great ideas and tips about how to be creative while we're at home. And Miss Eleazarian just inspired me to try something new and be creative. And so I thought that I would learn how to draw one of my favorite things, a hawk. And here is the finished product. I'm so glad that I tried something new, and by utilizing the directions I found, it wasn't even really that hard. We do have some birthdays to celebrate this week. Celebrating today on April 27th, happy birthday to Nathaniel Z in Miss Shimshak's class. Celebrating a birthday tomorrow on the 28th, happy birthday to Aiden C in Mrs. Harper's class, Juan Luis L in Miss Van Allen's class, and Alma P in Mrs. Roach's class. Celebrating on the 29th, we have lots of birthdays. Alexa G in Mrs. Estrada's class, Abigail G in Mrs. Trunk's class, Sherilyn J in Mrs. Cuevas's class, Daniel V in Mr. Gonzalez's class and Victor W. in Mr. Wattenbarger's class. Celebrating on April 30th, happy early birthday to Porter F. in Mr. Contreras' class. Celebrating on Friday, May 1st, happy early birthday to Mauricio G. in Mrs. Stickler's class. Celebrating on the 2nd, happy early birthday to Emma C. in Mrs. Cuevas' class. And finally, celebrating their birthday on Sunday, May the 3rd, happy early birthday to Fatima V. in Mr. Rivera's class. We do have some very special staff birthdays that are being celebrated this week as well. Celebrating today, we have Mrs. Evangelista and Mrs. Mendoza, both with birthdays today, April 27th. And celebrating a birthday on April 30th is Mrs. Rivera. So if you want to send those teachers an email for their birthday, I'm sure it would make their day. That is all the announcements that I have for this week. Remember, Nishimoto Hawks don't fly, they soar. Show respect, offer kindness, act responsibly, and be ready to learn. Let's have a fantastic week.